book besties, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If you guys are seeing my face for the first time, hi, my name is Maya and I like to talk about books here on the internet. This is going to be the last vlog of me recreating Summerween, which is a readathon hosted by Gabby from Gabby Reads. And I did participate during the days that they were actually on, and I completed all of the Instagram challenges, but I did not get to a lot of reading because just a lot of life stuff was happening. I am going to add a day onto it. Like, I know it was supposed to be 8 days. Okay, but I'm gonna do 9 because I am only, how many pages am I in? I am only 92 pages into 9 Liars, and I would like to at least finish a book for Summerween. And then also too, I have a new book that I am going to be hauling. Actually, it's already been hauled, and that is a Nancy Drew book, and it's tiny, and I would like to add that onto the list of like the TBR that was never existent in the first place, and at least say, you know, I got a book read, but also because it's called Once Upon a Thriller, so there's a lot of mysterious goings on and maybe potential life-threatening things. So, you know, it fits the vibe and it's cozy and fun. This fits the vibe as well, and this was also a pull for a tarot card for the tarot readathon that I'm participating in. It is Sunday and the day has come and gone, so I was able to vlog a little bit of this morning. Two friends and I went out for lunch, and then we went out to Barnes & Noble. So here's some footage in the Barnes & Noble store. Get a book. Actually, let me haul it for you guys. Here it is. The Amalfi Curse by Sarah Penner. I love this. Look at that. Look at what it says. It says best-selling author of The Lost Apothecary. Yes, absolutely. Also, this is the Barnes & Noble special edition. Isn't that so amazing? I mean, like, not only is it my auto-by-author, a 5-star prediction, a most anticipated read of this year, a book that I need to finish by the end of the year that I'm making you guys keep me accountable on. Special edition, gorgeous, just everything. Ooh, okay. I won't read you guys the entire summary, but I'll read you guys this little wording here to just get a teaser, okay? Because I am gonna read it this year, okay? Guaranteed. Powerful witchcraft, a hunt for sunken treasure, forbidden love on the high seas. Beware the Amalfi Curse. I am kind of sad because I did have like a very minimal budget when I went to Barnes & Noble, and I was like, okay, here is the max that I want to spend today, because I just like, one, need money for bills and food and gas and all of the necessities, but I just also, I don't know, like I feel like I've been spending a lot of money on books recently, and I don't want to perpetuate a mindset where if you are a book lover, you have to buy books and you have to own them, and they have to be special edition, or they have to be like a certain type or something. None of that is true. I just am like listen, I had a spending addiction, still might have one. I'm like learning how to work with it, okay? Because I have an addictive personality. I think in some ways we all kind of have addictive personalities to something, even if it's like a good thing. Arguments can be made that all addictions, if taken to an extreme, could lead to destructive habits for you, which is entirely true, even if it's a healthy thing, because it's taken to the extreme, right? Like nothing is supposed to be taken to the extreme, like everything in moderation. What I was just like getting to is that like I don't want to perpetuate a mindset of like you have to always buy books, or that I always have to buy books, or I feel the need to. Honestly, I just like spending money on books. I like to have the physical book in my hands. I would be just as excited if this was a library book, okay? And to even prove that theory even further, next month I'm going to try and do something related to the library and getting library books. I have an idea in my head, but I'm not going to say it because one, I don't want to spoil it if I do it, or two, I don't want to say it and then not follow through with it, because that is like my worst fear of like saying something and then not following through with you guys on it, especially if it's something simple that I can actually do. Yeah, I bought a book. I bought this book, and then I had to go back to choir practice, did choir, and then there was the evening service. And then after that, I hung out with someone and we were watching AT's music videos and stuff like that, and I became a pedal on the floor. That was a time. Let's just say that. Yeah, I had a very good time, a very good night. Now I am here back home just doing all of the things, and I actually have a list of things that I would like to do for tomorrow, and in order to be set up for success for tomorrow, I do have some things that I would like to do tonight. I don't have to do all of them. It's not a hard list of things I need to do, but it's like a soft list of things that I would like to do. So the first thing that I would like to do tonight was to just start this vlog, which check, I did. I could check it up if I had a pen nearby, but I don't have a pen nearby and I'm not getting back up. So edit my video. So I have the first video of this Summerween recreation series, days 1 through 3. I have them already uploaded. I think I have most of it edited, but I would like to just like check on everything and make sure everything is fully edited, and potentially already start the upload so that tomorrow all I need to do is thumbnail, SEO, then we're done with it for that day. I need to look at my mom's stuff, which I am gonna do. That's actually a hard thing I need to do, just because I want to formulate a schedule and an idea of what that schedule is gonna be for the upcoming content next week, which goes into schedule out the content, just get a rough idea, a rough outline, and then put that rough outline into the PowerPoint that I have already made. So on Saturday, I spent a majority of the day on my downtime creating a PowerPoint for our new business meetings, upload that to the Google Drive so that she can see it, so that she can check for anything, get anything that she wants together, and then when we come to the business meeting, it's not just like, you know, a lot of everything, and it won't take as long as it normally does because we will have it within the PowerPoint. We will have all of the extra information from the last time. And then I want to start reading a little bit more of Nine Liars. Yes, I now have to schedule pleasure reading, which is actually insane, but that's just how my mind works. It's literally not a task for me. A lot of these things, honestly, are not tasks for me. I just need to put them as a task so that I actually remember to do it, so that I actually prioritize it. Otherwise, I'm just like sitting down, scrolling on my phone, playing games. And like, that's fine. That's not a bad thing. I have me time at the end of the night, but there are legitimate things that I need to get done. And if it needs to be in the form of a task, then it's in the form of a task, but it's not anything that's, I'm just like, I don't like. So anyways, yeah, I'm really bringing you in on the behind the scenes of everything, but I think that is kind of the point of a reading vlog, is to bring you guys more into the life of the creator than just the books, and that is great. That is fine. It's chaotic, but it's fine. So anyways, I'm gonna sign off now. I am actually gonna go get my dinner and get it together and have it literally sitting on the table. Let me show you guys. I have my computer out. We are going to be sitting at this table, like sat all night, and we're gonna be doing some work. That's the plan for the evening. But also, if I can get as much as I can of this done, this is gonna take so much weight off of me tomorrow. And I am all here for putting in a little extra time at work and doing other things and doing more productive things than just scrolling on my phone playing games. I'll still like cut off with at least half an hour before I truly go to sleep to be able to do that. Not only is this something that I don't mind doing, but it's also something that's just gonna take a huge weight off of my shoulders for tomorrow, and it'll set me up for success continuing on and moving forward, and less stress is a blessed state. Okay, bye! Hi besties, good morning. It is Monday morning, it is day 8. Technically, should be the last day of Summerween and the recreation of Summerween. However, our founder said that we could do a day before, a day later, and I am also doing another day later because, wow, we really need to like just optimize the time for reading. We really do. And unfortunately, life does not, understand that I need to read because I have a lot of things that do need to get done, both for my content, my clients' content, just my work life in general. And for some reason, I decided to add an extra shift this week for myself because money for bills, that's why I did that. Okay, I'm reminding myself why I did things. So there's a lot going on. So reading is kind of a moot point over here. However, I did read a little bit more of Nine Liars, and I think I just expressed my love for this book. I really don't know where I ended off with telling you guys where I was at, but I definitely read further in, and I knew I wanted to update like about 100 or so pages in because that was a good fair bit of the way through, me trying to find my bookmark. Yep, I'm 92 pages in, so I figure this is as good a time as any to really tell you guys about, you know, what's going on in the book so far, what I think about it. And I kind of gave you guys something in my first initial reaction for the characters, for the setting, for the world building, the whatever. So the basic plot point thus far is Stevie Bell, who is a character that we were following at the start of the Truly Devious series. She is like basically the more modern day Nancy Drew, and she has been obsessed with cold cases, murders, solving mysteries, but this one really big case that she really wanted to solve was the Ellingham case. It was almost an impossible case even for real life detectives. So she was like, I'm gonna solve this case. And that is my pitch for going to Ellingham Academy, the very academy that reopened after there were murders at the school and the founder's family themselves were taken, murdered, disappeared. There's a whole kind of backstory behind this place. So she gets in and she does actually solve that case. Spoiler alert, but also not really. In our first 3 books. Then she goes on another case over the summer. A camp calls her out for a case that is located on their property a while back. There is a resurgence of wanting to really solve that case, and this person feels that Stevie is the woman for the job. He's also kind of using her to be able to make a profit off of it. She shuts that part down, but she does want to help actually solve the case, and they eventually end up finding some answers in a very roundabout, kind of scary way. And now we are back to our second year in Ellingham Academy, but her boyfriend already went off to college in London. He's studying abroad. He's getting his life together because he was a massive, I wouldn't even say playboy, because when you think playboy, you kind of think frat more like, but he was just kind of like lost in life. And he was just really butting up against the system because of his father and who his father was, and his father was also very corrupt and toxic and a politician. Whatever my face says, feel free to interpret. I'm not gonna go there. I'm just not. I don't want to get sued by the government. Anyway, so freedom of speech is still a thing, thank God. But, you know, that could always be taken away at any moment, and I really don't want any back evidence for anything that they could potentially sue me for. So anyways, or put me in jail for. I would never survive in prison. I had a point with that. Oh yeah, so he's off and he's doing his thing. He's getting better. He's really kind of finding his path, but he also, you know, he wants Stevie in his life. So, you know, they're together now. Kind of officially, I think. I don't know. It seems like she doesn't even know if they're official or whatever. Like, they're official, but like, she doesn't know what they are. And so that's kind of a plot point in this book, like a mini side plot is... It's so weird to say this because it's a fictional character who are teens, and I'm not a teen talking about she has questions about sex. It's just weird because if you really, really think about it, okay, I am reading a YA middle grade series on teenagers, and saying that as an adult, I don't care if I'm a male or female, I am a female, okay, I do identify as a female. I'm just saying, I don't care if you're male or female, if you are beyond a certain age, talking about teens, talking about trying to have sex and everything and having that conversation with each other, it just feels weird. It just feels weird to talk about it. Anyone else? Or is it just me? Like, honestly though, I always have had like this really weird thing about touch. Like, I do, like, it is a love language for me, and it's probably one of my highest love languages. However, I am so sparing with it. Honestly, probably because of my past, not gonna lie. But anyways, that kind of goes into like probably my ideology of that, like me trying to justify why I think certain things about certain things and really going down a rabbit hole that y'all don't care about, and you're just like, okay, you are thinking way too hard on this, and that is the weird part. And it probably is, okay? I just, you know, I need to express myself. And you guys allow me to. You guys are a safe space. You guys really, really are. Like, if I were to say this on my other channel, boy, I feel like I would be ripped to shreds. Like, I wouldn't be, because no one watches that anyway. But it's like, if anyone were to watch that, I feel like I would get ripped to shreds in any other community aside from this one. That's why I love y'all. That's why you guys are the best. Honestly, we truly do listen and don't judge. And half the time, we have deeper conversations and weirder conversations than this, and literally no one judges. We may just have like a visceral reaction of just like laughing about it and being like, what the heck? But we're not gonna like judge, you know? It's just the first initial reaction where you're like, what? We're talking about this? Okay, sure, let's do it. And then we get even weirder. So it's great. Anyway, I promise I am not on, I am on an energy drink. I was about to say, I promise I'm not on too much caffeine or energy, but that's not true. This is my second cup, and I also had an energy drink. 3 separate drinks, a coffee, an energy drink, coffee from home. So I don't think that makes it better. The energy drink, and then now this one is my third. We're not even to noon. Okay, so it's fine, everything is fine. Anyway, so we were talking about 9 Liars. David is out doing his thing. Stevie is at Ellingham Academy. She's just like really trying to avoid life at all costs. And usually my son, my boyfriend, my IRL husband, he's usually right there with her, helping her out. And this time he is frantically just getting his life together too. So she really feels like out here and alone, and you know, her best friend is working spreadsheets with her girlfriend, the best friend's girlfriend, and the best friend who are with each other are like making spreadsheets of places that they're applying to college together, and they're like, yeah, we don't have to go to the same one, but we do want to be within a relatively close distance so that we could do the long distance thing, but we can also like meet up like over the weekends and stuff. Spreadsheets. Bro, I am not that type of person. I am not an organizer. Like, unless I'm doing a really big project and I get super hyper focused and then I'm just like all about them spreadsheets. Like, listen, I was making a spreadsheet the other night for my client. spreadsheets for college applications. Not only spreadsheets for college applications, literally, they were, column for the colleges that we apply for, column for how long a distance they are from each one, column for here is where we are in all of our application processes, column whatever number now for answers. I kid you not. And I'm pretty sure, knowing Janelle, she had it color-coded. She had it by location, geographically, directionally, by company. Like, she was like north, south, east, west, that type of direction. She was, listen, I firmly believe that this, PowerPoint, I firmly believe this spreadsheet was just like humongous. Like, I've seen some detailed spreadsheets from fellow booktubers for the way that they analyze and keep their stats and their data. And I am thoroughly impressed. I think that Janelle's spreadsheets for college application submissions was larger, more in-depth, more detailed than anything that I have ever seen of those types of spreadsheets. Okay? I would bet my life on the fact that it was more detailed than all of the data and analytics and like everything that my own company at Amazon has. With color-coded, bullet-pointed, everything connects to everything type of thing, okay? Truly. And she does that for fun. Okay? That's not even to mention just like her creative side when she's like building everything and getting all of the materials together, doing all of the things. Like, I'm not kidding. I firmly believe that this is what's happening. Anyway, so they're all doing their own thing. They're all getting ready to, have that next stage of their life. Stevie doesn't know what's going on. And, she did her thing. And she was like, honestly, that was what I thought I was going to do for the next 2 years. Like, I did it in 6 months. So what do I do now? And so she's like twiddling her thumbs. She's missing her boyfriend. Her boyfriend calls her drunkenly. And it's like, you know what? I did something. And don't be mad. But I pulled some strings and, talked to some very powerful people. So if you want to come over as like a study abroad thing, you can. And so she got the permissions for everybody. She was able to bring her friends along because David knew that she would want to bring her friends. And so he arranged for that as well over in London. Okay, and then they got permission, so they're coming over. They hightail it over. Had a very interesting flight. the way that I was just like, girl, same. Because she wanted to try to be productive and do some homework so that she can have more time with her boo thing when she finally got there. And especially after like the sex conversation with her friend, she was just like, yeah, I really want to do it. So help me out in finding some like cute lingerie stuff. And the friend was just like, okay, let's go shopping. I was like, that entire scene, I was just like, wow, what a supportive friend. Meanwhile, I would be over there like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I'd be the Stevie in this situation. Hold up. I have a friend that would be Janelle. Yikes. Okay, well, anyway, that's beside the point. Anyway, so they're just online shopping and everything, and so she's like asking her all of these questions, and Steve's just like, what? I just thought this was this and that was that. Well, then she bought something, and so she was like gonna show Janelle when she finally got there, but like during the flight and stuff, she wanted to like get most of her homework out of the way so that she could be with her brother, her boo thing. And instead she just watched movies, and there was a particularly hard to open sauce packet that when she tried to open it with her teeth, and I quote, it opens too well. The imagery is so great. She was sitting by Nate, who was asleep during all of this, and she was struggling for her life against a packet of, I think it was like some some type of salad dressing. I got into his hair. He was none the wiser about it, and she wasn't gonna wake him up. She was like, I'm just gonna be a good friend. I'm not gonna wake him up. And it also got all over her hoodie, by the way, that she was gonna land in. So I was like, oh my gosh, you are me, I am you, so relatable. Like, honestly, I think that, okay, truly, so I went to New York with my classmates, and I think on the ride back, I don't know if it was on my girlfriend or on my guy friend, but I think I spilled some soda on both of us. So I'm just like, honestly, T, relatable. I get it. There is nothing worse than, like, already for a flight, you're already just like so low key. Like, even your most athleisure things, you're kind of just like, I don't want to do that, because for some reason you always get so hot and sweaty and like you feel the grime of a travel. And you're doing nothing. You are literally exerting no energy, but you end up like sweaty and nasty and blah, blah, blah. So, you know, you don't wear your best stuff. Well, I mean, some people do. And I'm just like, are you kidding? This is an 11-hour flight. You are willing to dress up for an 11-hour flight where 10 of those 11 hours, everyone is asleep? Okay, all right, fine, fair enough. I mean, you do you, boo-boo, but like, you wouldn't catch me dead in jeans on a plane. You just wouldn't. I would just wear PJs over jeans on a plane. Just because it's like, it feels, ugh. Anyway, so she's already dressed down and stuff, and then you get the sausage packet stuff happening and spillage and relatable. So anyway, they touched down in England, and her boyfriend ain't there to greet her, and she's just like, you know, I don't know whether to be grateful that he's not seeing me the way that I am right now, but like also, I just haven't seen him in a long time. I just really want to see him. And so she gets a text from him as they are pulling up to the building, or as they're on their way to the building. And he's just like, oh yeah, I actually am busy with something that I completely forgot about, so I'll just see you in the evening. Girl got so ticked off, and Nate, love him, just looks over. Well, I love having tension this early in the morning. I was like, oh, I love you. He has my heart, honestly. Turns out that was all a lie, that was a prank, and he was there to take all of them up, and then he really did have some classes, so he was just like, okay, I'll come back and whatever, but I just did need to see you, and I needed to make sure everyone was okay and stuff, and so that is where we are in the story so far. But amidst all of that, we are also reading about a past murder happening, and we haven't gotten to the actual murder, but we have gotten to the scene of discovery of the bodies. So we're following along a group of 9 who met up with each other, and they all were into theater, and that is literally the only way that they would have met each other. They formed this group, and then it was late into the night. They were all drunk, and they were trying to come up with names to be able to like create a, I think, comedy group of some kind, where they would do sketches and stuff together, and they would perform it. So one night they were just like drunkenly trying to come up with stuff, and one of them was like, we should be the 9. So their group is literally called the 9. There are 9 of them, and they all were able to get a place together after they met up with each other, after they created the group, and they just all lived together throughout their college years. For the first 4 of their college years, one is probably gonna go do more schooling for a doctor, nursing degree field. A few of them are going off into other separate fields. A few of them are staying in the theater field. It just so happens that they all liked theater, and they had relatively decent capabilities in that arena. So yeah, they were that group. This was the last week where they would be able to be all together before they all like spread out and did their own thing in life. And you know, they were just feeling really nostalgic, so they were like, hey, let's have one last like ride together. And so they went to a manor that one of them owned, because one of them was an heir to a manor. yikes. And so they all were just there hanging out, doing their normal thing. They did a version of, oh my goodness, what is that one game that I could never remember the name of, where everyone hides and like they get found and then they would join forces and find other people. I forget what that game is called, but they did that game. And there was like territory that they could not go beyond just because for safety reasons. It was late at night, it was a huge storm, all other things. So 7 of them found each other, and then it got really bad, the storm. And so they were like, you know, they tried to find the other 2, and they're like, you know what? They're probably together. They're gonna be safe. It's gonna be fine. They're probably hunkering down. And they literally looked everywhere, all outside of the building, all inside the building, nothing. So they really did try and do their due diligence for that, and they couldn't find them. So they went back into the house, they celebrated with a lot of liquor, and then went to bed and passed out. Early in the morning, one of them woke up, got everyone together, got the breakfast together, got all of the waters and everything, and there were still only 7 of them. They were like, what the heck is going on? So they decided to just look, see what may have happened. And they found the bodies. The way that they found them, the state of it, and like, it truly felt like one of those true crime scenes that it's just so unbelievable. It makes sense, but it's so unbelievable because you're like, well, obviously, if you know about true crime and like you already know that you're going into it knowing that this is a murder case, but the victims themselves and the friends of the victims or the family members of the victims or whoever finds the victims' bodies, they don't know this. They don't know that when they walk into the perimeter of where your dead body is, they don't know that they're walking onto a crime scene. They think that it's just every other day. So they're looking for everyday things. And that is what these kids were doing. So they went to the woodshed. They saw that it was like broken into, but none of the 9 would break into it. So the young heir and the girl that was with him to search for these 2, they went into this woodshed. They were just looking to make sure that the most expensive thing that was in there that anyone could potentially want for the most value wasn't missing. And it wasn't. And it was in the attic too. So there's that part. So the thing that was hidden was up in the attic area and it was dark. So the young heir, the boy, went up into the attic, searched around. You know, it was there. Blessed. Didn't find anything. Comes down. And he doesn't notice this at first, but the girl does, and she's just like, you got hurt. And he's just like, what are you talking about? Because he didn't hurt anything. He didn't scrape against anything. He would have felt that. He would have known. He's just like, what are you talking about? And she's just like, that's blood. And he looks, and he's confused, because he's like, I didn't feel anything. I didn't scratch anything. Kind of does one of this on the skin, nothing is cut through. So it's someone else's blood. And then they look down, and oh, there's our friend's body. Covered. I can't even imagine, because these kids were literally just playing a game. It's their last night all together. They're just like wanting to just drown out reality and just be together and have fun. And then like they're in there, they're drinking, they're laughing, they're having a good time. They're thinking, oh, these 2 are just fine. When they were dead the whole time. Or most of the time. Like that is, if that ain't sobering for you, I don't know what is. That is sobering. I can't imagine. So that's where we are in this book. I do need to go now because I do have a lunch meeting with my client, and then I will be back here for the rest of the day doing a lot of filming, editing things, and I'll bring you guys along for the ride, and hopefully a lot of reading things, including, but not limited to, 9 Liars. So let's get today started. I'm back from the business meeting, and can I just say, I kind of want to quit on today. I do. And it has nothing to do with the business meeting. It has nothing to do with the productivity of this morning, or maybe it does, honestly. But like, I just feel like there is just never ending amounts of stuff to do. And I just never get a break to stop in between those things to be able to do and take care of the other things that need to be done. Nor do I have time to be and exist just to be and exist. And like, I get it. I did it to myself. I said yes to everything, thinking I could do it, thinking I could be Wonder Woman, and I'm not. Like, I'll get everything done, don't worry. And I will still have time to myself by the end of the day, and I'll probably have the mood shift, but it's like midday, and it's hitting that midday slump, and it's just hitting me that I still have so much that I want to get done today so that I don't have to do as much tomorrow, because I decided to take on an extra shift for 5 hours in the middle of the day. And like, I have other things that I need to get done too. So I'm like, at what point am I just gonna be able to stop? And in reality, I don't think I'm going to be able to. And it just, in this moment, it sounds exhausting. And it is exhausting, and I'm feeling exhausted. But I can't stop because it needs to get done. Also, the tag on this pillow is really bugging me. Okay. You guys, I'm just like, it's fine. I just need to say it, feel it, and I'll be fine. I know I will be, but like, it's one of those things where I want to be real with you guys and share this moment, because you know, it happens every once in a while. It doesn't happen often, but like after, you know, a fair few weeks of just going and going and going, obviously I'm gonna hit a point like this where it's just like, I feel so overwhelmed. I'm gonna sit in my feelings, probably waste a couple of hours of my day, but it's gonna be needed and it's gonna be necessary. And then I'm gonna get all of the energy and happiness in the world by the end of it, and I'm not only going to get everything done, but I'm also just gonna have time to just be and exist and have the very thing that I felt like I couldn't have. So I know that's gonna happen. It's just, it's the in the moment feelings for me. Anyway, yeah, I just got back from the business meeting and I have my video edited, so I'm just gonna upload that, create the thumbnail, do the SEO stuff, and then I'm going to take a break for lunch and literally take a break, maybe even lie down and get over this for a minute and then get back to it, because that is what is necessary in this moment, and that is what I need, and that is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna get everything done, but we're also going to take care of myself and listen to myself. So let's do the things. Good, how are you?
Okay. Can I get an extra with the order?
Yes, Maya?
Okay. Can I get some quick?
What kind of soda is in the Bad Bruce soda?
It's lemon lime. It's an extra free.
Ooh. Oh, I see it now. I would like to try that, please.
Do you want a 20 ounce or a 32 ounce?
I'll do a 20 ounce.
Anything else for you?
Yes, please. I would also like the Cherry Blossom energy infusion.
Do you want an iced or frozen?
Ice, please, and I'll take the 24.
Anything else?
That'll be it. Thank you.
It's gonna be $12.79.
Awesome. Thank you. It's always the curbs that get me, guys. It's just like always. Ah! Oh my gosh, you guys, it is so adorable. I'll park and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Ooh, there's shade. I like a shady spot for parking. what I was talking about. Sorry I'm yelling at you guys, but normally whenever I have the fan on, or sorry, not the fan, the AC, it's always like right on you guys because it needs to cool off. Okay, so it's much later in the day. It's currently like 5 p.m. at the moment, and I kind of am feeling better-ish, kind of, sort of, I don't know, it's weird. Like, I'm feeling better about life and like what I'm going to be doing. It's just like so hard to explain my emotions when you're just like going through it and you haven't really finished going through it to process it and then like articulate it the best that you possibly can. So I'm like trying to articulate it as I'm still kind of going through it, but basically I just like have been feeling a lot of weight, of responsibility, of just like performance in my job, both in my job for my client, in content creation, video editing, scheduling, all of the things, but then also for my regular job, then just like stuff that I'm putting on myself for my own content just to prove that I can do things, and then also just like adding on to that the expectation that I want to continue the exact same energy level while realizing that I'm going back to school and that it's just going to be so much, and then wanting to add even more onto that outside of just the schooling and stuff and whatever could possibly happen. It's a lot. It's a lot, and I'm okay. So I took you guys through the drive-thru at Ziggy's, and you guys, apparently there is a special drink to celebrate Shark Week, and this drink was called Bad Bruce. And there's a little sharky at the very top. I don't think you can see it, but it's so cute. I'm gonna do a little short form content for the taste testing of it, but what I really went there for was, you know, my usual, my cherry blossom, you know. I love that you guys know that it's my usual. This ain't my lifestyle channel, but y'all know that this is my usual. Also, Bad Bruce came with a cutesy little air freshener. Look at that little detailing. Oh, we love. I'm excited. Anyway, I need to deal with the low storage thing, and then I'm gonna do the short form thing, and then we'll talk for a second, and then I need to get into filming for my other You guys, it's fine, everything is fine. And then I'm also going to be doing some content things for my mom. I'm gonna do the bulk content things, just get it out of the way now, and then figure out my own stuff for the rest of the week. While my phone is still yelling at me for low storage. See, my phone isn't helping me with my anxiety. Anyway, one second. Un momentito, por favor. We'll be right back. Good morning, everybody. This was supposed to be just my full day off, but I volunteered for extra time at my work. So that is going to be a good chunk of the afternoon. So from 1 to 5, I'm at work, and then I have to do some things for my client, and then I have to do some things for myself for editing, and then I would like to get a little bit ahead on editing so that I'm not like stressed out for the weekend. So that is a thing that is happening. Also, I think I am going to be filming short form content, bulk filming all of that, and potentially maybe doing a video for my main channel or my lifestyle channel or whatever channel we're calling it. My second channel, because this is my main channel. We got it. So yeah, that is what is happening. Also, sorry for the variation in angles, maybe the shakiness of the camera as well, because I'm using my hand instead of my car mount because it's throwing another little temper tantrum again, and we love its temper tantrums. But I did just want to get on and say good morning, and I also wanted to say I did stop at Ziggy's this morning, let you guys know kind of the plan. I will bring you guys along up until the start of work, but that's why I wanted to like mention, by the way, this is what's happening, for how long, and that may explain why I am less vloggy than usual. But then again, I've been less vloggy yesterday because, well, I had a lot of stuff to do and I was in my feels, and same for Sunday, I was with other people, so I couldn't really vlog that experience because none of them are YouTube people, you know, there's that. And plus I was having too much fun. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, You know, could I have vlogged around them maybe? And did I a little bit, kind of? But honestly, I have so much fun when I am hanging out with people. I don't have a camera in my hand. Anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know what was happening later in the day. Now let me tell you what's happening right now. We're gonna enjoy a sip of Ziggy's coffee, and then we're gonna head back to my place. I have one short form piece of content that I wanna do, and we'll get that done. After that, I'm thinking like we are just cleaning up my spaces because I've been sick, I've been stressed, and my space has been reflecting that, okay? So we're cleaning up the sickness, we're cleaning up the stress, we're getting it together, Linda. We're having a good day, and we're not gonna be stressed trying to clean it up. Whatever we get done is whatever we get done. You know, it doesn't have to be all in one day, all in like an hour, all in a certain amount of time. You know, it's chill, it's fine, it's our time. So let's do it. Oh, I'm gonna do my devotions as well. I think I need that this morning. Shutting up for low storage purposes. Gonna do the things. We'll bring you guys along after I clear out the storage. Okay, bye. I am on my way to work. I did kind of do what I said I would do. Turns out I really needed my devotional time, and I am just like so much better after that. So it was much needed. I do not regret spending like an hour or so in the Word. I did finish that short form content thing. That actually took longer than expected. So what that actually was supposed to be was a crumble cookie review. And I did that. Turns out, yeah, I blabbered on for 21 minutes. So I don't even know how I did that. So that happened. And then I did my devotions for an hour. And then I looked up at the clock and realized it was noon. And I started packing up all my stuff for work because it was everywhere around the house. So did that, and now we are on our way. I am trying to get there a little bit early so that I can maybe get another coffee as well. Because it's just that type of day, just that type of vibe. Please don't come over to this lane, please, and thank you. So yeah, that is the plan. But I did just want to hop on before I went to work and say we did pretty much get everything done except for the cleaning. But I did kind of expect that, and to be honest, I'm going to be doing heavy cleaning tonight. That's literally all I'm going to be doing outside of reading. And I am hoping to read a little bit of Nancy Drew tonight, but that is it. So yeah, just wanted to update you guys, but now I need to focus on the road, and also my phone is yelling at me for low storage yet again. When is it not at this point? So I will stop yapping and let you guys go, but I just want to update for you all. So see you guys after work. Hi guys, we are done with our 5-hour shift. So I mean, I kind of predicted this, that I would not be able to really talk to you guys or show you guys anything. It was the nicest thing ever because I knew that I had time outside of work to be able to do the other things. So having 5-hour shifts occasionally is like great. We have the routine aspect, we have the getting ready for the day aspect, we have the working and focusing solely on that aspect, but then also I can use that as like a break from trying to constantly be thinking about, okay, what can I do content wise? What new video thing should I try? What is the schedule gonna look like? How am I gonna fit that into life? How am I gonna fit life into the content? Do I even need to really do that because I have all of these plans and all of these things that I would like to execute? And it's like, realistically, ma'am, you don't need to do all of that. And like, if you want to do something, go ahead and do it, but like, don't add 50,000 other things alongside of it, because then you'll just ruin it for yourself, ruin it for the content, and literally mess yourself up in so many different ways. It's insane. Did I have a point? Did I have a point other than to like just vent out what is like happening in my brain so that you guys could like understand a little bit of what's going on inside of it and how just like unrealistic and like just high speed it truly is in there. I think that's what that was. So this is gonna be a lot. We're gonna go get dinner tomorrow because I have a full day off. I literally, the only thing that we are going to be doing is cleaning and vlogging the cleaning, or at least vlogging the cleaning that I want to. And maybe potentially tonight I will just like brainstorm certain things that I would put on camera and then brainstorm what I wouldn't want to and figure out how to best translate that into a video, because I want to do a reset video for my lifestyle channel, or like my second channel. I'll just call it my second channel because it's not just going to be vlogs anymore. Like, I mean, that's the easiest thing to do, but like sometimes I do that here. So I want to do like more hobby type things, more relaxed content that is a different kind of fun, because I do like to vlog. I think that's fun. I think I can bring you guys along with my day, but I think there's an element of it too that just feeds into the toxic productivity mindset. So if I were to literally make content surrounding just like sitting down and watching something or doing something that I love, or literally just not thinking about life, I think that might be a little bit more helpful to my psyche, maybe helping with the whole toxic productivity mindset thing. I think that would be wise. But I do think it would be wise for me to like figure out, okay, what do I want to film? What do I not want to film? How can I make this easier for me on the filming process and the editing process, and just life in general, being like, hey, sometimes I don't want a camera on what I'm doing just so that I can freaking get it done. Okay, 1 second.
Are you using mobile today?
I am not.
Alright, what can I get for you?
I would like the 2 cheeseburger meal, please.
The 2 cheeseburger meal?
Yes, please. And can I have bacon onto that?
On the burgers?
Yes, please.
Okay, what's that to do with that?
I'll do large.
Okay, the drink?
Sprite, no ice.
Okay, anything else?
That'll be it. Thank you.
Alright, second window.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so, oh, this said second window, I'm sure. They say first window or second. Thank you. You as well. Thought I lost my card. That was going to be a very scary day. Thank you. Thank you so much. Perfect. So the plan of attack when we get home, wow, okay, hun, it's a green light. We do not have to be turbo here, okay? It's usually advised against when driving. Anywho, that was quite dangerous. People are on something today. We're gonna get home, eat food. I would like to wash the dishes, do at least 1 load of laundry just to like mitigate how many loads I'm doing tomorrow. And then I would really like to get started on editing my video that I'm going to be uploading tomorrow. Pretty much this entire week I'm going to be uploading the videos of recreating Summer Wayne, so all of these vlogs are going to be up this week. So I want to do that. And then also I really want to just like sit down and read Nancy Drew, that book. And then if I finish that in like the first reading break or whatever, I would like to have another one wherein I read maybe a little bit of the memory box, because I have not touched that since the literal Summer Wayne. So I would like to at least try to maybe have that book going. I
think that would be really good.
Hi guys! Recreating Summerween. All of the vlogs are officially over. I would say it was a great success. Like, even though I didn't complete any books, I did have such a great time. So without further ado, I will talk to you guys about the books, plural, that I started, because I did indeed start another book. So the first book that you guys saw me really read and talk about was Nine Liars by Maureen Johnson, and we are still in progress. We are still living, loving, vibing, and not so much reading, but I am hoping to get to this book. You will see this book around again. I have an idea for every single readathon that I'm participating in, and kind of like a themed reading vlog that I can do for them to kind of give them a little bit of a spotlight. And I literally came up with those ideas. I got into recreating Summerween, and I was like, okay, maybe not this in depth, but like we can do something that gives a nod to each individual readathon. So I will be sharing that with you guys at the end. But I do want to tease that information because we're going to be continuing this read. The other read that we are going to continue, which I am insanely shocked that I did not read this all in one sitting. I'm not shocked because of how it happened. I am just shocked that it did happen. And that book is the Nancy Drew Diaries. This is Once Upon a Thriller, and the author is Carolyn Keene. As you guys can see, I literally only got a few chapters in, but that was because I got to the Discount Tire because I needed to fix my tires. That's why you go to Discount Tire. Anywho, I needed to fix a tire, so got in, set up the appointment. Not even like 10 minutes prior to me getting there, my mom had texted me, and I didn't see it because I was driving. But then when I was safely, like, you know, not driving, set up my appointment, everything was about to be scheduled, I was told you have to wait 2 hours. I was like, okay. I looked at my phone, and my mom was just like, hey, I was thinking about what we were talking about on Monday. We should meet up and kind of go over it. And I was like, well, you know, I'm actually out of the house, so you know what? We'll lift over and we'll do the meeting. We did the meeting, got a little bit more extra stuff done, and I got distracted afterwards from the meeting. Instead of reading, I decided I was going to do some content things, which actually was helpful because that is less stress on the content game, and that means I can have a little bit more time to hopefully read throughout the workday, but we'll see. On my downtime, not actually during work time, okay, just prefacing that. And then I just kind of got derailed the rest of the day. I started these two books. You're gonna be seeing this one again, and you're definitely gonna be seeing this in the wrap up. It's short and sweet, so I'll just wrap it up there. No need to put it in a vlog, but I did say that I was going to be doing some themed vlogs surrounding the readathons I am participating in. I am in the Tarot Readathon. We're going to do an entire reading vlog inspired by the tarot cards, choosing what I read. Also, I'm on Sunrise on the Readathon, and one of their extra bonus points for teams is reading Hunger Games themed books. I want to do a dedicated reading vlog to Sunrise on the Reaping. I wanted to do that anyway, and this is the perfect excuse to do it. So that is everything that I hope to be accomplishing. Thank you guys so much for watching this crazy journey, for taking the time out of your day to do so. I will leave all of the readathon stuff linked in the description box down below, as well as my socials, so go check that out if you feel so inclined. And yeah, just thank you. And as always, thank you guys so much for being the actual best bookish bestie that ever was, is, or ever will be. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!